everyone. Going live here. Oh, so great. Some people are joining us. This is going to be my second short live in the next past few days because I'm actually running off to the People's State of the Union. And I was trying to do my research and look into all the guests that are coming and the Congress people are coming. And of course, it's almost time for me to leave. But I wanted to hop on. It seemed like a lot of you enjoyed my take in that airport workspace closet. So here we go. Even if it's short, give you guys some rundown. I mean, as you know, those of you on the East Coast or everyone that's been hearing the news, probably the most difficult part of this tonight will be the cold. It's saying that it's 33 degrees here on the East Coast. It's already getting, here in DC, it's already getting dark. And we expect the event to last for hours. And of course, I have to check in early for press. So my California clothes, we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. I basically brought the warmest clothes that I own, but frankly, they're not even close to those of you who are used to winter storms in the East Coast. So but I brought what I could. So super excited. For those of you who don't know, I went to journalism school before I went to law school, but I did definitely publish when in college and all that kind of stuff. But once I went to law school, I went straight and became a lawyer. So it's really cool for me personally tonight to get to use that journalism degree. What I'll be doing, I'm sure hopefully all of you all know, but Midas Touch is hosting the People's State of the Union that is being put on by Move On and Midas Touch. And so I will be there doing interviews and so many of them are bringing really cool, amazing guests that I just love as Democrats, that we highlight and boost really important voices. There's going to be an Epstein survivor. There's going to be somebody who's the head of an organization that combats trafficking and violence against women. There are going to be ordinary people who talk about what the healthcare premium increases mean to them. There's a small business owner that I think being brought by Congressman Frost talking about how the increase of healthcare premiums. There are going to be guests who talk about ICE. One of the guests is talking about how her partner has been in a detention center in Arizona for a year and has leukemia and has been able to get medical care. There is going to be people who talk about how their citizenships appointments were canceled. I mean, it is an impressive, amazing list of guests, never mind even the senators and the representatives. I think there's 35 people coming and maybe even perhaps more. This is a historic event. Let's just take a moment here, right? Because we're every day is a new event, right? We're all so busy. It's like you wake up in the morning, there's like a new trauma that Trump has created. But let's just take a moment to reflect. A year ago, Trump did his usual State of the Union, and we saw this past year, like the horror this past year has gone. And a lot of us were like, Democrats, do more, do more, do more. And I believe that tonight is the doing more. It is historic. It's never been done, from what I know, at least modern history, to have a counter programming, to have so many of them boycott his speech and have counter programming. The fact is, all Trump does is lie. All he does is say the most hateful things. And why should any of our elected officials sit there, listen to it, participate about it? As I said in the other live, the best way to combat Trump is to take away his audience because he is a narcissist at the end of the day. And so I'm just so grateful that Midas Touch and Move On put together this organization to give an outlet to these senators and these representatives that wanted to boycott it, but not just boycott it, amplify the voices that we need to hear and that the American people care about. Not, frankly, even just Democrats, American people. I mean, we see the polling of Trump is awful. I really don't like his policies. And this is an alternative. So I'm just so honored and grateful that I get to be a part of this. And I will definitely be trying to ask questions that reflect this community and my own particular Substack community. So grateful for those of you who have subscribed to me. Really, really appreciate it. It makes me feel like there's thousands of us all together in this. And it's not just my lone voice going out there, but it's me representing all of you. Because at the end of the day, I personally, as a journalism major, believe that the most important thing I can do is to gather information and spread that information. And luckily, I have a law degree too, because a lot of that information these days is legal. And it's really cool to be able to put that together and help us all navigate this horrible thing. So for me today, I think this is like a victory. You know, there's bad days, but today feels like a victory. We are having a historic moment standing up to Trump, and all of us are a part of that. So I'm going to sign off because I've got to figure out how to dress warmly enough in this weather, and wish me luck on that. Frankly, that's going to be the hardest part of this, is making sure I don't freeze. I think it's supposed to be 33 degrees. And like I said, I will probably be outside for maybe 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. It depends. We've got to get there early. So wish me luck on the freeze. I will definitely do a Substack again live at, the next day or two, kind of recapping what it was like right there in the moment. And hopefully all of you will tune in to the Midas Touch YouTube and spread the word. Thanks again for joining.